Hope, this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about game theory, along with the virus, and about you going back to school, as well as online learning. So last year, where did you go to school at?
Bromley East Charter School.
Yes, absolutely. And you had a wonderful time, didn't you?
I loved it.
She went to Bromley East Charter School. So that is absolutely what we feel is the best and learning environment for you. However, do you remember what happened at the end of the school year once the coronavirus came?
That we had to stay home and do Zoom calls.
Right, we did online learning and conference calls. So this year, we have a choice because the virus is still here with us. So there's basically two choices that we're going to have to decide between. The first one is we go in person, and the other one is remote learning. That's where mom and dad ask as your teachers. Yes, you have a question.
Yes. So I graduated in first grade, and I was just scared, but then I was like, I can do this.
Right, and you're going to be in first grade. So the question is, do we do in person or we do the remote? We'd much prefer in person if things were normal and like they were supposed to be. We wouldn't even think about doing remote. But because of what they are, what most people are making a mistake in their thinking is they're thinking in person is going to be like it was last year, like at the very beginning. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be a lot different. Let me give you two examples. You know, one thing is you're going to have to wear a mask.
Our school?
All day.
What?
And every other kid will too.
What the?
So that's one thing you'd have to be doing. The other thing is you're just going to spend time with your class. They're not going to necessarily let you interact. So one of the things that makes me the saddest is, you know what I think one of your favorite things to do at school last year was? Was it playing with Gwen at recess?
And I really like playing zombie tag with her.
Not this year, because they won't put you guys in the same class, which is probably a smart idea just for educational. You guys are cousins and whatnot, but you're not even going to get to see each other. What you might be doing, Hope, at recess is you'll be over here with your class and she'll be over there and you'll be waving to her like, hello, hello. So I'm like going, I'm not sure if that's going to be the right thing. So the other choice that we have is we do the remote learning or online, where basically dad is your teacher because mom works full-time at a job. So dad's going to have to be your teacher, work around you. And this is our classroom. I know, it's kind of crazy. So these are the choices. What I think though, Hope, is this is going to potentially be crazy. And this is where game theory comes in. Is because eventually, I think what's going to happen, just the mathematics of it, there's almost no way somebody's not going to show up positive at the school. And once they do, what's going to happen? It's going to potentially spread. But I think the biggest thing is, you know what the bottleneck is? Do you know what a bottleneck is?
No.
A bottleneck is something that's going to cause a particular type of problem. Like if you don't have this problem worked out, it's not going to work. And the problem is not the teachers, it's the substitute teachers. Because what happens when a teacher gets sick? They bring in a substitute, don't they? Miss Chapman had a substitute several times last year.
Yeah.
Now, though, what I think is going to happen is I don't know if these substitute teachers are going to be available. Because most of the substitute teachers, and this is potential stereotyping, but it's likely true, I'd be willing to bet money on it. What they are is the substitute teachers over here are retired school teachers. So these substitute teachers are going to be the most at risk. So what's going to happen is a teacher doesn't show up because of illness or whatever reason, they miss certain time anyway. Once that happens, are there going to be substitutes? Are substitutes going to want to show up in a school that has coronavirus? I know, and I think it's like this. So it's like, like Mr. Hines and the administrators, they can go out and help teach a class or two, but they can't teach that all day. You know what happened in the old days? Sometimes they couldn't get a substitute. So if they had like 4 teachers, they'd be like, okay, one of them's out sick. Well, let's do this. Let's split this class among these other 3 teachers. You won't be able to do that now. Not with the coronavirus, because you're going to have to limit the class size. I just think this is going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess, and if they try to start it off, we don't even know if they're going to be able to finish. So what we're going to do, Hope, is we're going to start doing the remote right away. I think that's going to be a lot better. Now, here's kind of what game theory is. That's what we're going to do, and that's because it's the best choice for us. But my question is, what's going to happen down the road? Is I think it's going to be like this. That's potentially crazy. You're going to have the people who signed up for the remote right away. So we're going to have your class. You're going to have classmates. You're going to make friends with them. You're potentially going to be on calls together, like we were in Miss Chapman's class last year. All those things are going to happen. And the people who are starting out doing remote, I think we're going to have a heads up because we're starting that way, and that's what we're going to be used to. So these other people, they're going to be used to going into school because their parents are forced to because of jobs, or they need a school lunch, or they have certain challenges or issues that they're better off at school, they think they're better off. So these people are going to start off and going into school, but what happens at that point if they close the school down? I think you're going to have a place where you're going to have the kids that did not want to do remote. Now they're going to be in a class where everybody's doing remote, along with parents who want their kids to go in. Now they're doing a remote as well as a teacher. So what we're going to do you see why I hope that this is the safer choice? To just start off doing the remote right away?
No.
Because you won't get
The coronavirus.
And more than that, it's going to be the same. We're not going to have to change with our system. I don't think anything's going to mess this up at all, Hope. It'll just be you learning, me teaching. You know what it might end up doing, though? And this is partially why we're making this video. We might try to get 3 other friends of yours in here. And I teach 4 of you.
Holy cow, is there going to be candy?
Maybe I would. I most definitely would have a piece of candy. So we're going to start off doing this, but yes.
Maybe 3.
Maybe I would have 3.
Or 2.
We'll see if we get any other students. But no matter what, it's going to be you and I learning this stuff. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos of like this, of the challenges that we're trying to do to teach a first grader who's an only child and keep her entertained during this coronavirus. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hope. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Bye.